Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to walk through a city that whispers the secrets of a golden past? Imagine a city so propitious that even gold, silver and precious stones were sold in its markets. A place where every stone has a history to tell, where the ruins of temples and palaces take you back to the days of kings, warriors and poets. Welcome to Hampi, a treasure chest of history and culture, the pride of Karnataka and nestled in the heart of India. Truly a grand city that was sadly destroyed by enemy kingdoms in the past. This isn't just any story, it's the story of a city that once stood as the jewel of the mighty Vijayanagara Empire. Let's unlock its mysteries together. Hampi, also called Hampi in Kannada, sits along the banks of the beautiful Tungabhadra River in Karnataka. Its name is believed to come from the ancient word Pampa, which is another name for the goddess Parvati. Long ago, this area was deeply sacred and people believed it was blessed by the gods. It was traditionally even known as Pampa Kshetra. Hampi wasn't always the bustling historical site we know today. It was once a humble village that grew over centuries into a dazzling capital city. Today, it's the UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of India's most fascinating tourist destinations. But how did it all begin? According to historians, there is evidence from Emperor Ashoka's rock edicts found close by this region was under Maurya Empire in ancient times. Later, the Chalukyas and the Hoysalas also ruled over it, and it was sometimes also known as Virupaksha Pattana and Vijaya Virupaksha. But Hampi's story really took off in the 14th century when two brothers, Harihara and Bukka, established the Vijayanagara Empire. They chose Hampi as their capital and it quickly became a powerful city, a place where art, culture and trade flourished like never before. Under the rule of the mighty Krishnadevaraya, who reigned during the 16th century, Hampi reached its peak of glory. He was a warrior king, a brilliant administrator and a patron of arts. Under his leadership, the empire stretched far and wide, and Hampi became one of the richest cities in the world. Ancient travelers like Nicola di Conti from Italy and Domingo Paes from Portugal described it as a city of unmatched wealth and grandeur. Hampi wasn't just about palaces and trade, it was a cultural hub. Imagine streets filled with merchants selling silks and spices, temples echoing with their chants of priests, and artists creating sculptures so detailed they looked almost alive. The city was surrounded by mighty fortifications and its water systems were an engineering marvel. But Hampi's glory wasn't just about gold and gems. It was also a center for education and spirituality. Scholars came from far and wide to learn here, and its temples became famous for their intricate carvings and sacred rituals. Sadly, all great stories have their twist. In 1565, after the Battle of Talikota, Hampi was attacked and destroyed by rival kingdoms. They said that the city was looted and burned, and the beautiful monuments were demolished for 6 months after the war. What was once a city of gold turned into a hauntingly beautiful ruin. But even in its ruins, Hampi continues to shine as a testament to our greatness of India's past. Today, the ruins of Hampi are spread over 4,100 hectares or 41 square kilometers with more than 1,600 surviving remains of the last great South Indian kingdom. It includes forts, riversides, royal and sacred complexes, temples and shrines, pillared halls and mandapas, memorial structures, water structures and many more. Today, when you visit Hampi, you'll feel like you have stepped into another world. Let me take you on a quick tour of its most iconic monuments. Virupaksha Temple. This is the heart of Hampi and one of the oldest temples dedicated to Lord Shiva. It's a tall gopuram tower, is visible from far away, and the temple is still a place of worship today. Vijayanagara Temple. Ever seen a chariot made of stone? The temple's stone chariot is a wonder of architecture and one of India's most famous landmarks. The musical pillars of this temple produce melodious sounds when tapped. Can you believe it? Hampi Bazaar. Imagine a street bustling with traders selling jewels, spices and silks centuries ago. Today, it's a quiet but mesmerizing reminder of the city's commercial glory. Lotus Mahal, a graceful structure that looks like a lotus in bloom. This was believed to be a palace for the queens. Its unique architecture makes it stand out. Elephant stables. When we say stables, we only think of horses. But these massive structures in Hampi are stables that are housed to the royal elephants. Just looking at them gives you an idea how grand the Vijayanagara Empire was. The massive Shivalinga and the gigantic idols of the Narasimha and Sasivekalu Ganesha too are the monuments worth seeing. At the height of its glory, Hampi was the second largest city in the world. It was a well-planned city with large market bazaars and excellent water sources. Numerous wells, baths and aqueducts to carry water to the tanks and other parts of the city, as well as drains and channels to remove water overflow. Hampi is also surrounded by stunning natural landscapes like the boulder-strewn hills and the calm Tungabhadra River. Every sunrise and sunset here feels magical. Hampi isn't just a collection of old stones. It's a living chapter of Indian history that reminds us of our incredible heritage. By visiting Hampi, you're not just exploring ruins. You're walking in the footsteps of kings, poets and travelers from long ago. If you're inspired by stories like this, why not take a trip to Hampi with your family? It's the perfect way to connect with our roots and discover the magic of India's past. And if you want to dive deeper, here are some great resources. A Forgotten Empire by Robert Sewell. A fascinating book about the rise and fall of Vijayanagara. Hampi. Discover the splendors of Vijayanagara by John M. Frist and George Michel. A beautiful illustrated guide to the city's monuments. Online videos and documentaries about Hampi's history and architecture are also amazing for a quick visual journey. Hampi's story is a reminder that India's history is filled with wonders waiting to be discovered. From its glorious past to its stunning present, it's a place that fills us with pride and wonder. So let's celebrate our heritage, protect it, and share it with the world. If you enjoyed this journey through Hampi, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Page Pulse Bailey, and hit the bell icon for more amazing stories like this. Share this video with your friends and family. Let's inspire everyone to explore the wonders of our past. Until next time, keep discovering, keep learning, and keep the pulse of the history alive.